You're on live.
Hello.
Hello.
What is y'all? It's your girl KTD, and I'm back again with. Because y'all want to go make no grand entrance, so I had to.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Well, since ain't nobody watching as of now, we got, a replay. Go ahead. What's your intro? This would be an introduction for your podcast, too, because I did post on there that you would start a podcast. So you can tell them. I put it on my Facebook page, so you can tell them what your podcast is going to be about.
Hold on. Y'all got it.
What does that do?
I'm trying to make my face straight. Okay, forget it. Okay. I'm about to get in front of you.
Okay. It's your show, obviously.
What is y'all? It's your girl KTD, and I'm back again with another. Well, I guess it's not just me, so I'm talking block. I got block talking.
What is talking block?
You know how we have writer's block? It's like I got talking block.
You got talking block and you got nervous because you realized that you jumped in front of this girl without actually having a plan.
She should have jumped in there, like.
See, because you said, like the.
Yeah, because you said we didn't enter in with a banger.
My bad, God.
All right, then. So, what's up, y'all? And to all of you who will watch this at a much later date, as you can probably see, got a real quick topic. I didn't introduce it because I kind of introduced it in the caption. Should parents read their children's diaries? And I asked my daughters this, and somebody said,
People still write diaries? That's what she.
do people still write in diaries?
Because you know, like on the phone or social media, not social media, but like on some type of electronic device, they can just write in a note. Well, not write in the notes, but take the notes.
True. This is also not supposed to be featuring the dog, but the dog.
Move.
So,
Get up.
diaries apparently is not the term that 2022 children use. So, I asked the question a second time: should parents read their? I knew he was gonna cut up on his live. Anyway, should parents read their children's journals? And I see like a lot of people are livid kind of like about this because some people say it's invasion of privacy, and then some people say, well, no, like I wish my parents would have read my diaries, or I wish my parents would have actually, or the parents saying, I wish I actually would have read to see what was going on. And so I initially was just going to have a conversation with the girls, like, what do you guys think? Because we try to stand on a pretty, but yeah, I have to say try to, because they don't always make it easy.
No, because like you touch your head when I turn my head at the same time, just
like twin for real. But so I was just gonna have a conversation with them, but then I figured we could just invite y'all to the conversation as well. So I didn't have the full conversation with them. I was just like, well, maybe we should do it live. Maybe we should do it live, because it's a real topic. It's a real topic. And so I want you to go first.
I just got that.
Go first. What do you think? Should parents actually read their kids' journals?
So
Make sure I can hear.
Okay. So, sometimes, so it's definitely a yes for me because sometimes kids don't know how to tell their parents something straight to their face, so they like write it down, write it out, express their feelings. Why you looking like that? On the paper. And sometimes they wish their parents can read it. Sometimes they don't. It really depends on the child, but a lot of times it can prevent a lot of reactions. I read this one post. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not a funny post. I read this.
It's not a funny.
They're silly anyway, and they're probably distracted by the dog or whatever. So,
I No, because like the thing is making me actually feel like I'm on the inside, but I'm not. But so I read this post one time, and it talked about how the parent felt the need to read their child's diary, but they didn't. And in the diary, the child here wrote about how the child wrote that she was going to commit suicide. Why? Because the way you corrected yourself was so full of action. Like, I know what to say. Golly, like the child from it. So, the child wrote. I'm sorry. The child wrote that she was going to commit suicide in her journal. And the parent felt the need to read it before but she didn't. And when she read the diary, it was too late, and the child had already committed suicide. And she wished that if she could travel back in time, that she would have read the diary. So, reading your child's journal can prevent a lot of reactions.
what if they don't like write everything? Like, what if they have a suspicion though that the parents gonna read it anyway, so they don't even write the stuff that they don't want the parents to know?
They can type it on the phone. Just go through the phone. I mean, if they're not gonna write it, if they have a device that they always carry around, then they most likely going to.
That makes sense.
This generation doesn't really use pen and paper anymore.
People don't even know how to write correctly no more. They do virtual class. They had to do virtual classes. They ain't teach them nothing. They didn't rely on pen and paper no more. My bad. I'm sorry.
Hey cousin.
Hey cousin.
Hey cousin.
You see your
Cousin
Courtney over here. They over here clowning. Like, for real.
I feel offended.
You should. So you see what the topic is. We got one person says yes, absolutely. So I mean, what do you think? Like, and why? Like, why would you say yes or why would you say no? Because you're the kid that's big on privacy. Remember?
Funny. So. I got grade 2 now.
To make sure they can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't like the angle.
It is.
This angle.
Okay. So
I mean, I have a check. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Mic check, mic check.
I think they can hear me.
Okay. So, as our mother has said, yes, I was the one that was big on privacy. So the formula say like, cause if to me, in my opinion, ma. So to me, in my opinion, I mean sometimes like the child wouldn't like it like at all, but sometimes for their own safety, it you some sometimes for the child's own safety, the parent would have to / need to go through their journals or notes or if kids today still have diaries. Yeah, that. Most children wouldn't like it, but for their own safety and for the relationship of the parent and the child, then yeah, yes. But I think even though the child wouldn't like it, they probably would still even though the child wouldn't like it, the parents probably would still need to because of the what did you the thing that Alana read.
The post on
Was it
Core.
a core?
the post on Core.
Yes, ma'am. The post on Quora that she stated. I don't. I started. I'm not. I read the comment.
hello, cousin.
Hi. So, and as I was saying, as what she stated on what she remembered from the post that she read on Quora, so for that he or she her
That person's.
for that person's safety, then yes, the parent should have went through it. With the gut instinct, which is really the spirit instinct, but that's another topic. So I say yes for their safety and for their relationship sake. It might not the child might not want to do that because they probably have like a hard time communicating how they feel, but yeah, it's like what needs to be done needs to be done.
No, you know that you know, well, new parents don't say that, but like old school parents, they will
Like
say,
her?
"Stop throwing shots." They will say, "It's for your own good."
It's for your own good.
True.
You'll thank me later.
You sound like an old school parent.
Sure.
I'm your twin.
The shade throwing is real. Like the shade throwing is really it's genuine for real. They genuinely be throwing shade. Like the shade throwing be real. So
That's kind of twin.
yeah, that's
Well, grandparents might say that.
grandparents, great grandparents, but I don't know. You got new school grandparents too. But that's another story. So I would definitely say I've had some moments where my mama read some stuff and she didn't want to see it. She did say new parents. She definitely said that. She didn't really want to see the things that I wrote, but it was, in the moment, it was the most transparent, part of me. And I just think now as a parent, you know, when we deal with them, it's like this. It's like you can let them know that they can come to you and talk to you about anything, or you can show them that they can come and talk to you about anything. Because you telling them, hey, yeah, no matter what it is, like I'm here. But then when you actually see like the worst part of them that you probably don't want to see, even though they're your children, you're still human, is the ability to be able to put their needs above what you're feeling at that time. And so for us, we do believe in allowing all of us as a family to express how we feel. We tell them, say what you mean, but don't say it mean. There's a way that you can express how you feel, and still say it respectfully. You can express the truth, but still say it respectfully, and we respect that. But if it's out of order, then we put it up against what's in order, and so sometimes kids just they need that, and I was saying on the post, when I taught middle school, a lot of people would not touch middle school age. I got 12 and yeah, so a lot of people would not touch middle school age because they are the most hormonal group of kids ever. No shade, but they are. Like, the thing with teaching middle school is understanding that their bodies are telling them they're grown, but then you're treating them like a child. That doesn't mix well. And so a lot of people would not touch that age group because they love you one day, they hate you the next. And then by the end of that very same next day, they love you again. I mean, you think about your own self, especially women, and how hormonal we can get, and we go from, super close to, like, for example, how many of y'all changed the man name in your phone 50 times within a 2 month span? Like, come on now, like, I'm for real, like, or even that same day, like, at the beginning of the day, he, boo. At the end of the day, he headache, jerk. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, how good are we as parents or as women, good at controlling or processing our emotions? Like, but then we expect them to, who don't even understand a lot of times what their bodies are going through. So I did not like it. I'm with Katie. Like, I did not like my mama reading that aspect of what I felt, because I knew her temperament and I knew she wasn't gonna like it. I didn't feel like it was the safest place to be real. And there's no shade or anything. It's just me as an adult understanding. Okay. Me as an adult understanding she was a child raising a child. And when you heal from a lot of things, you're able to see and have a lot of more compassion on parenting styles and different things like that. And if y'all know who I am now, like, I'm so grateful, and I say it over and over again, like, my mother set the foundation for Zoe D. Like, even at a very young age, like, purity was instilled in me so hard, to where, like, I believe that the Lord completely did his assignment. Like, she completed her assignment in raising me. Like, so this is not to dishonor her. Like, I have a lot of respect for her, and who she raised me and how she set me apart, because she truly did set me apart from a lot of things in a lot of ways. So no shade at all. But I'm real enough to also talk about my experiences and how the Lord has healed me through them, and how I use those to open doors that were not in my home. So, saying all that to say, I didn't feel like her initially knowing how I really felt was safe. And when she did read it, which she probably needed to, obviously, but when she did read it, it was like anger to anger, you know, and once you experience that, it's kind of like, how do you practice moving forward from that? And so those type of experiences, especially with young children, set the tone for how they will express themselves with you, and so we've had moments where I let them know, well, yeah, I expected better, or I'm mad at this. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like we have the gentle parenting like moments, because real is real, but it's never a moment where I close their ability to just express how they feel and what they feel at the time, and this and the other. And so I believe that we're raising them to be able to express themselves and have healthy relationships with that, because a lot of, even us as adults, still we don't have healthy relationships. Like, we can't talk through things that made us mad, or hurt us or made us sad. And so I remember one time I was calling her, when my mama read my diary. I didn't have a journal, I had a diary, pretty little diaries and stuff. Anyway,
Did it have like a line? Was it pink?
Yeah, it was pink and it had lines. Yes, and most of the time it came with matching pens.
That's a journal. Did it have a lock on it?
It did have a lock on it.
A private journal.
And you almost repeated it too.
It was a private journal with a lock on it, and I don't even know how she got the key. Did I do that to you?
Yes, you did.
My bad.
How did you get
doing
to
his things?
I don't know.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness, these kids hilarious. So I don't know how I got the key. I don't know how she got my key, but the point is, she got the key. I got the key, and she read. She read it, and I was not talking about her in a nice way. And I'm pretty sure I was angry over something, that I'm appreciative of now, but it was what I felt at that time. And so her anger measured my anger, like, as a little kid, you feel kind of intimidated. So no, it doesn't feel safe. And then two, it's one of those things where you also realize later on, dang, like, this is my mama. Like, this is, what I'm saying? It's like you come to your senses, what I'm saying? So it's like respecting the emotional tantrums and learning how to channel them in healthier directions, and healthier energies, I think, is more important than whether a parent reads a diary or not. Because do y'all have privacy? What's the most privacy y'all got?
bathroom privacy?
Bathroom privacy. What's the most privacy y'all got? Bathroom privacy. Ain't no privacy in this house, like, at all. So that's just me understanding, like, yeah, girls. I know how I was as a girl. I tell y'all that. I keep it real, like, I know how I was. And I know I was fast to tell, regardless of if I couldn't do A, B, and C. So, I mean, I just can keep it real like this. So, and y'all know, she said, don't say my parents. Y'all know. So, I say, the second time she read my diary was,
Hold on, Mom. So you had two of them?
I always wrote in journals. I always wrote them because I've always, like,
Did you hide it better? I mean, not better, but
I don't know about you. You had the text of it. I don't know. No, y'all like having them kind of conversations. So I don't know how or But I remember being in middle school and I was in a band. And my classmates can definitely vouch for this because I got talked about for a long time. And probably still to this day it comes up. But I was in a band, had a little boyfriend who we was in the band together. And I was writing about the things that was happening on the band trip on the bus. And she read it. And then, see, she didn't know him by his name. She knew, like, his nickname was Pooh. But I think she knew either his nickname or his whole name. I don't know which one it was to get the story right. But I do know that once she realized that this was the same little boy that had been touching on me that she read about, like, she hemmed the boy up against the wall in McDonald's on this band trip. And I can't say that I blame her at 37 raising teenage girls. That probably saved me from a lot of things. And, you know, my whole life stories are in my book, so I'm not on here to go into, you know, XYZ, but I mean, I didn't stay totally untainted, and I try to use those same things that I saw were not healthy for me with them or with not to them. I try not to repeat the same cycles. Let's just put it like that. And to just kind of learn from, like I said, not again to talk about, like, to bash how I was raised, because I look at myself and I think I do believe that I was raised pretty well. And so I just want to kind of repeat that, you know, with a new generation of young girls. And yeah, I think that it is completely necessary, because what privacy? I gotta ask you this because I'm telling y'all, like, these are real conversations we've had. Like, privacy. Why do you feel like a kid needs privacy? Like,
Hold on, I'm gonna need.
what? No, you boldly told us just a few minutes ago.
My brain has to recalculate what I said.
Okay, your brain has to recalculate what you said. Did you say that to me? Did you at one point feel like kids needed privacy?
Nothing I can think of. I don't think I had it.
Two things you could go through and just laugh about, or sometimes laugh about.
Do you remember this?
No.
But you justified it in your head. It was real to you until
Yes, because see, in my mind, you know, see, it's on low. So, cause like, you know, in children's mind, when they don't want their parents to know certain things, that's what they deem as privacy, but will actually be deemed as secrecy. So, Mom,
I haven't said anything.
your
The
facial
facial
expression.
I was agreeing. That was sounded like something I've heard before.
Me too. Thank you. So, but
That's not happening.
I used to think that children needed privacy. Well, that kids needed privacy because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna just say it. So, cause like at one point it's like, Cause like, why you going through what I wrote down? Why you looking at it? That wasn't for you to see, like stuff like that. Like, it's like I used to think that it was my face looked chubby. I'm sorry.
You definitely started with a podcast first.
Okay. Okay. But I used to think that children. I used to think that kids needed privacy because you know it's like it was like some things the kids didn't want their parents to know, which I said that already, but I said it again. And because it's just, I think every kid. Well, Hannah just said that she didn't.
Continue. Just continue. Just continue.
My sister just said that she did it, but I think that there might be 1% of the population of kids that haven't felt like they needed privacy, but the other 99% that that the other 99%, I'm pretty sure that they all went through a stage where they feel like they needed privacy, you know? Like, well, you probably don't. I mean, sorry. Like, it's just, if some 99% of kids feel like they can keep things to themselves and handle it on their own, and also that it's not worth talking about. In my opinion, that's in my opinion.
I think that's a valid point.
Thank you. That's it.
So basically, a kid would need their privacy so they can write down things that they really don't want their parents to know.
Why don't they want that?
But 9 times out of 10, it's stuff that their parents actually need to know, which I think is completely fair. Even if it's like you said, even if it's just an outburst of emotion, But also, I leave with this: what we also challenged them to do was to channel their energy, especially if it was like negative energy. Because some things you can't change. We try to change the things that we can, but the things we can't, we just try to shift their energy on it. So one of the things that we challenged them to do, I think it was when Noah died, our pet before, because that was a situation we literally could not change, but at the same time, we knew that the emotions that they were writing, something needed to be done, about him. And so we challenged them to begin to write poems every day or every time they had like strong emotions, they just needed to let it go. So we just channeled that.
Oh, and I honestly, I'm sorry, but you got me hit on the poem part. I think every child needs to write poems, or at least write, cause like in my opinion, writing, or it might just be in my genes. Not everybody has it, but no offense to the kids out there, but writing just helps you get things off your chest. Like when you feel something and then you just saying it in your mind, that won't really help. So you gotta write it down, and then like after that, I did this when I was going through a stage in my life before. Yes, kids do go through stages. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I wrote down everything on a piece of paper that I want to forget about. I bought it up, I weighed it, I tore it up, everything. Then I threw it in the trash, and I felt so much happy after. It might not work for some kids, but
99%.
Yeah, 99.
You can also write a book and kill whoever is because that's what I'm gonna do for my next book, Betrayal. Actually, it's who killed Mr. Lamarcus, but it's gonna be a revision. So I'm gonna kill everybody that I don't like in real life.
Me too, but I gotta change the name.
Yeah, I gotta change the name, but it's fine because I could just like Melissa.
What is
Make sure you put your fictional clause in there.
I already got it on the subject thing. Yeah.
Ooh, this replay gonna be fun. But I agree because I've done it myself. So y'all remember when we was at the laundromat?
I think he should die.
Yeah,
He still know that.
it was like
So,
my way.
Yeah, and that's like 3 books down, but
He's
yeah,
still gonna die.
he's still gonna die. So, writing, like I was saying, we challenged them to write, and so out of that came their music, out of that came their poems, out of there came their books. Because kids have so much locked inside of them, sometimes they just need the correct outlet. And I related to that as a child. I started writing when I was 8, 9 years old. And so I've written play scripts and songs, all types of stuff. So it was just an outlet. And I think that they need that because one of the things that I believe about kids, other than being blessings, I believe that they are just little people. They're just little people. So I try to mirror the fact that I'm human, they're human. They're not subhuman. Like, if I hurt, they hurt. Like I try to understand that, as a human first, beyond just a mother, and I try to, even in correcting them, make them understand the principle of a subject over, oh, you did wrong and that makes you a bad child. So, it's just effective communication because they need you to save them from themselves. I really was out of a lot of situations because other adults were adulting and saved me from myself, my own foolishness. Even if they didn't prevent 100%, still, I would say way better than a lot of things that could have happened. So,
And for the parents that knows that what she just said was true, maybe you should get them a pet dog so they can see what maybe you should get your children a pet dog so they can see how hard it is protecting somebody from them own selves. Because get an animal then. Just get it. Get some type of something. Yeah, get some type of
righteous responsibility, not no teenage babies. I mean, okay.
Just throw it out there.
I gotta be, specific. So they have Creed, and Creed definitely teaches them, boy.
He outside
now. And y'all still probably worried that he ain't gonna get into this stuff back there. So maybe
He's
not.
gonna be dirty.
See, so yeah, they understand. I think the pit definitely helps a lot.
Sure, send me a puppy. No one, no puppy.
Yeah. No. He ain't want to be bothered with nobody. Well, that's all I got.
Oh, I know I'm very talkative, but so when
That's why she has a podcast coming out soon.
just going about there now. When she said that, when our mom said, not y'all, I mean, my bad. When she said that that children have, you said that children have voices, but but sometimes it's like most adults don't think that children actually have voices.
Like they want kids, they say.
This replay gonna be so funny.
Okay.
I'm just saying, how you gonna tell a kid that they don't feel some type of way? When you felt some type of way when you were a kid?
No, because that's like saying, that's like, no, I can't use that example. But, so like, it's like saying how, if a child doesn't want to go to sleep, and you tell them to go to sleep, you try to tell them that they're tired, but they're not tired, and you're trying to tell them to take a nap. They don't want to take no nap, and you know that when you was a child, you didn't want to take no nap either.
So
why
you
you trying to convince them that they like taking naps?
It's because you want to take a nap.
You should hear him. So that's the name of my podcast. Hear me speak. If y'all ain't gonna hear, I'll take one for the team children.
She be old enough for y'all.
Yeah, I'll do it for y'all.
Go ahead and set the email address so they can go ahead and
Yeah. Confessions. Tell my mama this, that, and let us tag them.
That would be fun.
I'm about to put some disclaimers. OMG. Hey, that's the podcast. That's the podcast, y'all.
Hear me speak. That's the name of the podcast. And I got 4 topics already. Thank you. I got 4 topics already. And yes, I don't know if you was joking or not, but I like that idea about having the emails.
Yeah. They can email at official amount of grace.
Why can't that email at official?
Because you got an official page.
Okay, so you'll have a hear me speak at witnesslegend.com email.
Yeah.
Hear me speak at witnesslegend.com. So y'all can, not tonight, email or get your kids to email. They gonna have to have dumb accounts and some more stuff, but I ain't gonna worry about that. We're gonna cover some legal stuff. We'll be all right. But hear me speak. Hear me speak at witnesslegend.com will be ready
One day.
in 24 hours. In 24 hours from today's date. So
I think it's the 22nd already.
okay. So on the 23rd of December 23rd, hear me speak at witnesslegend.com.
My birthday was December 11th. I'll still take some happy birthdays.
If y'all don't mind.
Yeah, if y'all don't mind.
And my May 25th, just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, man.
Be peace. Be
Wait,
life.
I didn't see my boy.
Be love.
I can't say Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.
Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
We're gonna be posting the gift. We're gonna post what we got our parents for Hanukkah. Y'all should just throwing it out there. Y'all should look at the history of Christmas and just so like not clickbait, but like so y'all would know for like future references.
Y'all got another year.
The ornaments on the Christmas trees is the black people hanging on the bodies. Just remember that. You know how you see
But you know
yourself
it's
in
a
the
tree
ornament?
and they used to hang us on trees.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it by Christmas though.
Bye. Thank you.